everybody, it's Yvonne here, and I wanted to show you how I made this card. And I filmed it all, or at least I thought I had. Come to find out, my camera wasn't going at all. So I'm just going to give you a breakdown instead of making another one. I'm just going to give you a breakdown of how I made these two cards, which are exactly the same. The base for the card is craft paper, craft cardstock, folded into your standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I took the background here that is metallic gold is from our Dollarama store, but any background, whether it be in color or not, I chose gold to go with the craft. Then I just cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. Put that as the background. Then I started building my gift box, my little gift box that's right here. And that comes from a stamp that I've purchased from AliExpress. I really don't know if other companies have it or whatever. I don't buy like that. I just saw it, thought it was nice on a video, and I thought I'd like to get it, so I got it. It's a really nice, whoops, it's a nice size, as you can tell, and it has the back that you can cut out to make a shaker card, so why not? So I had this piece of scrap big enough, and I love the stripes on it that I had kept, so I cut my box out, like here, you can tell, I cut the box out with this. Then I added adhesive, which is my Zig pen, and put some glue on the back of this gift box. I use this die and cut out a piece of acetate, and then I flipped over the gift box onto the acetate. Once that was done, I laid it aside. Then I cut out another piece like this, and then I used my 3M tape here, and I've cut it down to about 1/8, just 1/8. So I cut out a strip, and I was able to make 2 sides with that because I was able to get like four pieces out of this. Once it was all cut up, I literally built it up with 2 layers. So if this was my layer, all I did was layered it twice. As you can see, probably right here, let me see if I can get you can see there are 2 layers there. And then after I did that, I went into my sequence. Now you can, whatever sequence you have, I purchased this on Amazon, not the container, but there were all kinds of sprinkles and so forth. I don't know if they're for nails or what it is, and I bought this at a marketplace, thinking it would work perfectly to put my sequence in and work with it. I would not recommend it because the lid comes off really easy. It's made, put stuff to go on a restaurant. I knew that, but I thought I'd try it since they were like 25 cents or something like that. But anyway, I do not like it, but I will use it until I am done with these sequins. I call them sequins, but sprinkles and whatever else there is in there. And then I added some variety. I added red, gold, silver, and just added a whole big bunch. And for your information, when I ended up having some overflow here, what I did, this is a great tip, guys. Just use your dollar store lint remover, and I use it all the time. It picks up all the leftovers, and when it doesn't pick up anymore, I know it's time to rip off the paper and start with a fresh little roller. So that's just a little tip. And then once I had my sequins all inside, they all stayed within, the bits and pieces stayed within that little container. Then I slowly, easily made sure everything was aligned, and I lined my box on top of the base. So once it was done up, I took it, put some adhesive on the back, and laid it on the card like so. And the way I gauged it, I tried to leave the bow right on the edge of the card like this. Now, Obviously there was a bottom edge, so all I did was take a piece of leftover off of this and I just kind of added some colors. I did the same thing with this one, but I had no more of this paper, so I just found a piece of strip that I had. Now, this part here, what I did with this, because I needed a sentiment and I wanted something different than a cutout. So what I did with this is I took a Christmas tag label that I have. I chose this one because I needed it vertical and I thought it would fit well. And I just cut one out, put my greetings on. My greetings are from Christmas greetings from Hero Arts, pardon me, Hero Arts, and I normally cut them down in order to fit in my envelope, but still, it works perfectly. Stamped it on in my Misty and added it on and add just a little piece of jewel on the top. And in the inside, I just use my Spellbinders here and shapes, and I just use the two bigger ones. The first one I cut in gold and the second one in red, and put my sentiment on. For the ink colors, I used a Real Red from Stampin' Up, and I smudged the sides with my little sponge from Tim Holtz. And I believe that's about it. So I had done the video especially to show you guys how I put it together and everything, but I didn't film. So I hope this little overview, I mean, it's pretty simple and straightforward, and I hope you enjoyed it. So these are the two. This was my first, this was my second. The only difference is I rounded the corners just to make something different, look different. But as close as they are together, they are two different cards just by the shape. Same sentiments in one as there is in the other one. These are easy to make, fast to make, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Use anything you have. You do not need to have exactly what I have. Go to your local dollar store, look around in the kids' stuff, look around in the craft stuff. It's amazing what they have that you can convert and use. Anyway, this is Yvonne. I'm signing off. Have yourself a wonderful day, guys. But most importantly, be happy. Life is good. We'll catch you later on the next one. Bye-bye.